Baiyin 2016. When the weary-looking middle-aged man in an old t-shirt was taken away, the neighbors were stunned. They could not link the honest man who sold cigarettes and greetings to them with a serial killer codenamed the Devil. His name was Gao Chengyong, a father of two, and one of China's most notorious serial killers, dormant for 28 years. He brutally murdered 11 women. How did he manage to hide in plain sight for decades, right under the police's nose? What finally exposed his true face was not a fingerprint, not an eyewitness, but an insignificant family habit. The story begins in the distant year of 1988. Baiyin was a quiet, somewhat conservative town, secretly harboring darkness. On May 26th, the first victim, a 23-year-old woman, was killed in her home. The killer left no valuable clues, only the terrifying scene of the victim being brutally slit at the throat. Over the next 14 years, the shadow of death enveloped the city. The killer began to show an extreme target obsession. He specifically preyed on women who were wearing red and were alone at home. Red seemed to be an invitation, igniting the primal desires deep within him. Gao Chengyong was a hunter. He excelled at lurking in the crowds, following his targets like a shadow. He would wait with extreme patience, searching for that perfect moment. No surveillance, no neighbors, only the victim alone. He usually gained entry by knocking, or by cutting the power, luring the victim to open the door. Once inside, his movements were swift, lethal, and devoid of any extra emotion. He used a sharp object to control and subdue the target, making resistance virtually impossible. What is most chilling is his cold demeanor after the act. He would not flee in panic, but instead methodically clean up the battlefield. He would scrub the blood from the floor, take the keys, and even inflict further mutilation and degradation upon the victims. This urge to control the scene, and his contempt for life, is deeply unsettling. For over a decade, Baiyin was gripped by the collective terror of an unknown face. Red clothes were quietly put away. Yet, in this city of fear, Gao Chengyong lived with total composure. He confined his devilish side strictly outside his home. He married, raised children, and chatted with neighbors at his small store. By day, he was a mundane husband and father. By night, a cold-blooded predator. How was this double life maintained? Can the deepest darkness of human nature perfectly coexist with the most ordinary routine? Fast forward to 2016. Technological advancement finally reactivated that dormant DNA sample. Police began using Y chromosome DNA comparison techniques, trying to trace the killer's family tree from the massive database. The breakthrough came from a small, unexpected event. One of Gao Chengyong's distant relatives had their DNA collected by the police due to a bribery case. It was this collateral relative's gene sample that successfully linked to the unique DNA fragment left by the killer in the Baiyin cases. Police quickly narrowed the search based on this family link, locking onto the name Gao Chengyong. His household registration location overlapped almost perfectly with all the crime scenes. On August 26, 2016, he was arrested at his small store. He offered no resistance, only saying calmly, "What must come, will come." 28 years of pursuit, 11 lives finally rested. The case closed with justice served. Yet the reflection it leaves is profound. Does the mundane mask worn by the monster living next door serve as a chilling reminder that the deepest human darkness is often hidden beneath the most unremarkable everyday life?